Hello and welcome to Philosophy Vibe, the channel where we discuss and debate different philosophical ideas. Today we'll be discussing disagreement. Now, it is quite obvious that disagreement appears in all areas of life, from philosophy to politics, from science to art, even in our day-to-day personal interactions. The purpose of this discussion is to look at how we should approach disagreements and the best methods in finding resolutions. Great. Let's start off with a simple example. Imagine you have gone out to dinner with your best friend. After a lovely meal, the bill arrives and you agree to split the bill evenly. You each do the arithmetic in your head. However, you arrive at an answer of $50 each, whereas your friend arrives at an answer of $55 each. Here, we have a disagreement over the correct money owed. How is this resolved? Who is in the right and who is in the wrong? How do we decide whose answer is the right answer? Well, doesn't it depend on how good at maths we are? Maybe I'm better at arithmetic than my friend. Yes, if you think you're better at arithmetic, perhaps you should continue to believe the answer is $50 and that your friend has made a mistake. But suppose you think you and your friend are equally good at maths. Then what? Well, I'll still think that I'm right. I might think they are as good at maths as me in general, but on this occasion I have worked out that we should pay $50 each, so I have good evidence that we should pay $50 each. If my friend came to a different number, that is evidence that they made a mistake this time. Yes, we can call this view stick to your guns. This basically says that you should disregard your friend's view and stick to your own. Right, but I would in fact say the problem with stick to your guns is that it actually looks arbitrary. How so? Okay, let's step back and imagine we are approaching the situation from a neutral perspective. Now, one person has reached the answer of $50 and the other has reached the answer of $55. If stick to your guns is the right response, each of them should ignore the disagreement and stick with their view. They should stick with their view just because it is their view, and that looks arbitrary. There is nothing special about either of them. From a neutral perspective, there is nothing special about you. If one of you made a mistake, then each should in fact worry that maybe they made a mistake. A bit of humility suggests that both should become uncertain about the correct answer. I see what you're saying, but there's still something odd about both people becoming uncertain. Suppose one of them got the answer right, and they got the answer right based on perfect reasoning. This person is then making a mistake in becoming uncertain. Surely, the person who did the calculations correctly should stick with their answer, while the person who made a mistake should become uncertain. Yes, we can call this the right reasons view. Basically, if someone came to the correct answer for the correct reasons, then listening to other people who disagree is misleading. Yes, I agree. However, the problem for the right reasons view is that we can't be guided by this rule. What do you mean? For the right reasons view, the rule is, if you got the answer right, then don't change your mind. But the problem is you don't know who got the answer right, so you can't really follow this rule. It's like being told to believe everything that's true. We'd all like to do that, but we don't always know which things are true, so it's not a rule we can be guided by. I see. But why do you think guidance is so important? We're discussing what people ought to do. Sometimes people ought to do things even when they are not sure how. For example, I ought not to break the law, and I ought not to break the law even if I'm not sure what the law says. Ignorance of the law is no defense. So, perhaps the rules are like that for the right reasons view. If I reasoned correctly, then I ought to stick to my view, even if I'm not sure whether I reasoned correctly. Okay, perhaps there are rules which cannot always guide us, but let's follow this through. If we are not concerned about guidance, consider the statement, believe everything that's true. This looks like the best rule for beliefs, and this rule doesn't say that you should stick with your reasoning because your reasoning was correct. It is about sticking with the true belief. So, In the situation of splitting the bill, it would say that you should have the true belief about the bill. Your reasoning is now irrelevant, and your friend's reasoning is now irrelevant. But this seems to be wrong. We are interested in what we should do given our reasoning and our friend's reasoning. It seems like we really are looking for rules that can guide us. I see. So what do you think we should do? If I think I am just as likely to be right as my friend is, I won't be confident that $50 is correct, and I won't be confident that $55 is correct. I should be uncertain and suspend belief. Call this the conciliatory approach. The idea is that we should take seriously disagreements and become less confident in our beliefs as a result. But that runs into its own problems if we extend it to other cases. How so? Think about a political or religious question. Suppose you think the tax rate should go up, but other people think the tax rate should go down. Following the conciliatory approach, you should become uncertain what should happen to the tax rate. I see, so I would be unable to stick with my opinion in the face of disagreement. Exactly, and if most people think the tax rate should go down, this would make it even harder for you to stick to your opinion. If one person disagreeing with you makes you think they might be right, then a second person disagreeing with you makes you even more confident that they are right. If most people disagree with you, then you will end up confident that their opinion is correct. So I would end up just following the opinions of the majority. Yes. But isn't that a good thing? Psychologists talk about the wisdom of the crowd. There are cases where the aggregated opinion of a large number gives the best result. Yes, this can be the case, and we do see the benefits and desirability of democracy, but we shouldn't overlook the fact that the majority opinion can at times be incorrect or even destructive. We are often warned about mob rule and the tyranny of the majority. Good point. But that's all the time we have for now. Philosophy Vibe would like to thank Dr. Darren Bradley of the University of Leeds for writing the script to this video. We hope you enjoyed. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you all soon. Bye bye.